He lay there on the operating table, unconscious. The surgeon and his helpers were shuffling about, preparing for the incision of the cancerous bulbs hanging between my son's legs. Before my son was put under, he cried and made it clear that he wanted me in the room while the surgery was performed. "I want you with me," he'd said. To me it sounded as if he hadn't finished the sentence, as if he was trying to say, "I want you with me in case I die." I stood in the corner of the cold operation room wearing a medical apron, rubber gloves, face mask, and a pair of goggles. I was looking at my feet, waiting for the inevitable. Would he be a freak to his peers? An outcast to society? Would he ever find someone to love him? Not as a mother, but as a lover. These strange, unwanted thoughts floated in my mind like a rocket on a predetermined trajectory through the star systems of the cosmos. They told me not to watch if I didn't want to. I wasn't, but once I heard the scalpel cut through flesh, there was this sound. A wriggling sound. A sloppy, greasy, writhing sound. The bodies of the medical professionals surrounded my son so I was unable to see him. I stood on my toes but I still wasn't tall enough to see. "Oh my God," a nurse said. "What the surgeon said through his covered face. Wet slapping sounds came. Something was dropping on the room's floor. Blood. The doctor and nurses stood back. One nurse yipped and dropped a stainless steel tool she had been holding. She ran out of the room, the doors swinging behind her. The sound of wet drips still came. I looked at the surgeon's feet. Something was wiggling on the floor. Snakes. No, too small for that. Centipede. No, they didn't have legs. As the surgeon and the remaining nurse moved away from the table, I was able to see everything. Everything. Cracked open like eggs. "Honey, breakfast is ready." "Coming, Mom." "Mommy." "Yes." "My private's hurt." "Parasite." Wet goo and slime from a world far beyond the comprehension of the human imagination spewed out from between my baby's legs. But no, let's not be too melodramatic. I'll just say it clearly and simply, my son's testicles had a nest of fucking worms inside of them. They writhed and squirmed and moved and slopped over the table, down to the floor, and over the shoes of the surgeon and nurse. And guess what? Next thing I remember was blackness. I fainted and cracked my head on the tile floor. I was removed from the room and woke up in a chair located in the large waiting area. I remember squinting because the chair I was sitting in faced the windows where the sunset was. Where was I? Right, the hospital, 3rd floor. A nurse with scrubs that were a size too small for her came over with a cup of water. How did they allow nurses to wear that? Her boobs were practically hanging.